Hello YouTube, it is Bullet Envy, bringing you a gardening slash prepping video today. Just figured I would review the Harbor Freight greenhouse, or just let you take a look at what we did. We put this in our backyard because it's fenced in, and we have other gardens, but you know, for sprouts and things of that nature, and honestly storage. The lemon trees do great in here, but it just rained and we haven't cleaned up. It's still a little messy, but just going to show you guys what we did. So let's go inside. Okay, so this Harbor Freight greenhouse is like 300 to 400, somewhere in there. It's a 6x8. The door, it's not the best thing in the world, but it works. And I'm about 5'10", so I hit my head, so you have to bend over just to get in this doorway if you're 5'10" or taller. We put it on 4x4s, so maybe if you're doing one, you could use a 4x6 or something, give it a little bit more, or just put two of these on top of each other and then run you some rebar down, and that should be sufficient. Went with pea gravel for drainage and whatnot. So we've got our chairs in here and my little one's toys and just general storage underneath the bottom. But me and my girl actually built this table for this greenhouse, 8 feet long, and just did chicken wire. And so when you have your plants or whatever sitting up here and you water them, water can go straight through to the gravel. And then I haven't finished the drain yet, but it'll sit flush, and then that'll be a drain if it were to ever overflow, which I doubt with all this gravel. So, but I like the idea of the table, so if you like it, feel free to copy. This is this is just one of those pieces to those cheap solar lights you buy to stick in the ground, and it happened to work perfect with these switches. So basically I just rigged this up and it just fit perfectly, which I was super happy about. So I was gonna have to drill into this to make this fit, but now I don't have to. And this actually goes up all the way over, not hung up properly yet, to these. Put a little piece of metal up there. I got these little lights off Amazon. You can get like 10 of them for 10-15 bucks. Comes with a nut, and they're super low voltage. I could leave these lights on in this greenhouse for a week and it wouldn't drain the battery, even if I didn't have the solar panel recharging it every day. But so got the windows, just cheap little windows, and you have to pull that shut to fit in here. It's kind of a pain to do, but got one on each side for a nice cross breeze. And we put a thermometer in here, and it's a cool rainy day and it's almost 70 in here. So, but here's the space. It's a good amount of space, 6x8 again. And here is the solar part. Charge controller. All this you can get on Amazon or wherever. So I think that's a 12 amp hour battery, which has been plenty sufficient. And then a cigarette lighter in this thing runs the inverter. So switches on the bottom, turn it on, boom. You got grow light there, grow light here, which I don't have it plugged in yet, but yeah, it doesn't hardly drain the battery. So I think it's like a 200 watt, nope, 300, says it right there. 300 watt inverter, charge your cell phone, or if you're just using the cigarette lighter. This had a plastic case on it, but don't know where that went. It's a cover. So got the battery. So, and then outside, got the solar panel. I think this is like a 15 watt, 20 watt, something like that. But I just rigged this up just as fast as humanly possible. There's definitely better ways of doing this, but I just wanted to get it up so I could move on to something else. But here's the outside. And with just those two little lights I showed you earlier, this whole thing lights out. And at the end of the video, I'll switch to another video that I'm going to take at night, just so you guys can see. It actually looks really cool. So yeah, if you're trying to build a greenhouse, I mean, with the cost of what these panels cost, 310 bucks, can't beat it. So, all right, now we're gonna go switch over and show you guys what all this looks like at nighttime. Okay, here we are at night, and this is the outside view with just the two like 1/2 watt bulbs on, and it still shines a good bit of light. I mean, it just lights this thing up pretty good, but I do plan on putting some lights on the outside just because they use so little power. You can just run them forever. So let's take a look inside. All right. So, got the bulbs shining down here on where the work area would be if you wanted to work at night. But we use this as kind of like a little clubhouse for everybody too. So, with just those two lights, I mean, it's a crazy amount of light in here. So, it's pretty neat. Around to the front side. It's a really good greenhouse. It was a you-know-what to put together, but it is from Harbor Freight. But I'd say overall we're all happy with it. It was a fairly decent price point, even though all these pieces of aluminum are super thin. So you might want to think about framing the outside edges with some wood, but this table actually does that well enough. We haven't had any windstorms or anything, and we actually took and screwed the aluminum down to the wood all the way around, and the wind hasn't carried it up, no damage. We've had it for over a year, and it's worked out great. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, the day view, the night view. Like, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see anything else on this greenhouse from Harbor Freight. Have a good day.